Hello everyone, this is Turn 1 Scoop, and we are going to try our luck with a midweek magic. This is a Phantom bot draft for Through the Omenpath, or what we call the Spider-Man, Spider-Verse. This is not a card that we're going to be able to collect, so it's just try to do a draft scenario. We want to make sure that we know what we are doing. So, we do have Egrix, the Bile Bulwark, 5 mana, 4/4 lifelink that touch. Whenever it attacks until end of turn, you may look at the top card of your library anytime, and you may play cards from the top of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to the value rather than paying its cost, so why not? We are going to do pick 2. We do have Stitcher's Wings, it's a 3 mana. When equipment enters, if it was cast from your graveyard, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets 2 and 0 and has flying and haste. Equip for 2 or Mayhem 2. So this is also a good card to start with. We don't have any, well, we do have this one, but we're gonna take we are definitely gonna take that. So black and probably red is our next color to go for. We do have Crash, Reckless End Rider. It's a 3 mana 2/3. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may discard a card. When you do, target creature can't block this turn. When a creature an opponent control dies, Crash deals 1 damage to that player. So that is a solid way for us to do Mayhem, and also Warden of Silver Web Summit is also have reached 2/3. It is a spider hero. Whenever Warden of Silver Web Summit becomes tapped, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. So this is going to be a good card to pick. Everything else looks pretty good for green. Mob Lookout also helps out with having to discard cards and activating Mayhem. So we're taking the 2/3 drops. Hopefully that would help. We do have Leyline Weaver, which is a good card that can allow us to get some mana, and also Sadistic String Puller with Mayhem in it. We'll be able to cast this for cheap, hopefully. We do want some reach creatures because there are some flying creatures about. We do have Lavaborn Goblin, which also has haste and Mayhem for 3. We also have Galvanized Workforce, that whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent, and then we can pay for 6 to put a 2/1/1 counters on it. There's also Gororel, that can deal damage to a spider, destroy that creature, and then exile this from the graveyard. We create 2/1/1 Colossus Robot artifact creature token with flying. I think this would be a better card on turn 2, as it is colorless. So Full Throttle can give our creature haste until end of turn. Sadistic String Puller, another card that we would like. Cactarantula Saddle, this is also a good card to keep, as it can turn our creature with a +2/+2 and becomes a spider hero along with its type. There is also Hide in Mundanity, which is another way to control the board, but this is going into the blue. So I'm just gonna pick up the equipment, and hopefully we can get something more or something better. So we do have Data Scrubber. It's a human robot villain that exiles up to 1 target card from the graveyard, and then it can connive. We'll take Phantasmal Vision, though we are not going to be playing it, or we'll just take the equipment that we're not going to play, just taking away some of those uncommon cards. And another blue card here. Nobody's playing blue. This is going to go to the sideboard. And like I said, these are Phantom Draft. So anything that we pull may or may not get, it's not going to go into our collection. So we do have a Junt color here. This is Vigo, Enforcer of Egg Crossing. When it enters, return target creature card with mana value 1 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, and then we can transform it for 6, turns into Menace, Haste, and Trample. Whenever it attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw X cards. Then you may put a permanent card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield, where X is a sacrifice creature's mana value. So we would like to take that, and also King of the Cold Blood Curse, which is a 5-drop 5/5, which is pretty good. Just because we're taking green. So we do have unassuming Career Criminals. It's a 5-mana Flying Death Touch. Whenever it attacks, discard a card, then draw a card for each card you've discarded this turn. We do have Death Flame Burst, which is a good card. There's also Bane Mark Leonin, which is a 2/3 with Death Touch, which is pretty good. The reason why I'm not picking this one, because it's 5 mana, a little bit high up in the curve, but it is flying. So we can do these two, because we do need some removal. For green, we can have Perilous Lunge. Which is another good green card, if I'm not picking the Cobalt. So I'll just take these two. Alright, we do have the Kazu Ruthless Rival. It is a 6 mana, but it does provide a first strike. He is first strike for a 5/5, which is pretty hard to kill, and also deals 2 damage to target creature and 2 damage to that creature's controller. So that's basically a 9 potential damage if they don't take if they don't do anything about it. It's going to be a really hard to kill kind of creature. We do have Eccentric Archanologist that can put 1/1 counters, but we're not into green that much. We do have another Warden of the Silver Web, but we don't have anything to throw. We can do Clandestine Work for 3, or I think we'll just do Steel Web Surveyor. There is a white card here that can provide us with life and provide us with 1/1 counters if we do have some spiders. How many spiders do we have? We have 1. We only have 1 at the moment. We have 2. We have 3, probably. 3, 4. This is Symbiote. And this is Spider for 5. We have 5 spiders. I think we can splash for a white for this one. Maybe. Because I only need 1 Warden of the Silver Web Summit. I don't need more. So this may be a... If we are lucky, we can do white and start going for getting some spiders. The Infernus is a 3 mana, deals gets power and toughness equal to the number of mountains, which we're not into. We do have the Eerie Gravestone, gets us a draw card, and then we can mill 4 and put a creature card from among them into my hand, which is a good reanimator. Ominous Asylum can help us with our land count, but there is the Bane Mark Leonin, which is Death Touch. I think we'll take the land for now. Infernus looks pretty good too. So, because this one gets bigger the more mountains that we play. We don't have that many black either. So it looks like generally red. Take the draw. A lot more mountain. Okay, so these are pretty good. We can get the Citizen, put on 1 counter, but I think these 2 would work. We do have Lively Leap. Might as well, and hide the mundanity. So we have that. Another. And we have these two. Alright, so now we have green cards. A Trail of Teacups. Mill 5. When you end this saga, deals damage equal to the greatest power among creature cards in your graveyard to target creature. And then target creature you control gets +2/+1 until end of turn, and then return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So I'm gonna pick that, and I'm going to pick this one, Selesnya Archivist. Why? Because these two work together. So basically, it can return target card with mana value 4 or greater from your graveyard to your hand. So this one goes to the graveyard after the last saga, and so I can pick it up with this. Recast this one. When it reaches the third one, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Then I'll return this one. If this one dies, then I'll return this one, and then these two just loop each other. That's why I'm going to pick it. And we'll see if we are going to play 4-drop loop like this. So wish me luck. Alright, who else is in here? We do have Carlo, Suave Schemer. Whenever another villain you control enters, Carlo connives. How many villains do we have? We do have 8 villains already, and 7 spiders. We do have a Goblin Berserker. We do have another villain. We do have a Green Perilous Lunge, which I'm going to get. And we do have another mutant villain. If I'm playing blue, I'd be able to cast this one, but since I'm not, and there is a lot of villain, I think I'll just take the lava, because it has mayhem. I think this is a cheaper mayhem though. I can take Sadistic String Puller with a lot of mayhem, Perilous Lunge. We do have the Zora, so it can easily turn into Splash Black with a Naya theme. I can also do Spectacular Tactics. This one needs to fight, this one, but this is green. The problem with white is we're not into white as much. We have another Zora. We have another green card, Cat Villain. Another cheap 2-drop that gets bigger. Another Zora that can help us with getting life and counters. We do have Shock, which is a good removal. We do have Perfected Pastry that can help us. Firebrain Scheme. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them. Until end of your turn, you may play that card. 1 or 2 target creatures. Each get plus. I think the combat trick is pretty good in this format. This one can get us a card. This one also gets us a card. This one is white. This one is red. Yeah, we'll take those 2 red cards. We do have Scout the City. Mill 3, you may put a permanent card from among them into your hand, and then you gain 3 life. Definitely want to take the Savage Mansion. I can take this one and hope that we can do just red, green. At this point, since we are sideboarding for white, whenever this creature attacks, tap target creature and Clandestine. Infernus and Mountain. Alright. So red is our primary color with a splash of either black or white or green. So those are the colors that we are looking at. We definitely have the spider ability. Some of these, Mayhem, Infernus. Alright, that's already 36. That's 40 cards. So we have Lively Leap, is a combat trick. We have 2 Zora. The reason why we have a 1-drop is because we have that card that says we can return a 1-drop, which is Vigo. So we have these 2 spider heroes, Gwenum and yeah, so I guess the king, we can take away these 2 equipment. I can replace it with the Cruel and Scout. I can remove Lively Leap and put the saddle, so that way we have a lot of spiders. We have 8 spiders, 7 villains. This one can turn, and this king of the cold blood curse enters up to 1 target creature, loses all ability and becomes a green lizard creature with base power and toughness 4/4. The good thing about this is a 5/5 with trample, and I can turn it into a 7/7 with trample. I can probably remove 2 more because there's a lot of 8-drops. I need to streamline my 8-drop, unless I take away the green, just stick to black, take away the white, don't have to worry about the spider. This one gives flying and haste. So now there's a lot of... Alright, how many creatures? 16 creatures. Removal on turn 1s. Turn 2, draw a card. Draw a card. And 2 creatures that... This one can accelerate our mana, which is nice. Vigo. This one's pretty good, and we can return it using our Eerie Gravestone. Dead Flames are removal, along with Shock. Infernus can get us a land that we need. But I can... If I take one of you, so I definitely want to lose the swamps, because we want Infernus to be bigger. Do I need more than 1? But what will I bring in? This is a 3-drop. These are 2-drops. can probably take 2 of these out and replace it with the Archivist and the Teacup. But milling 5. So this one becomes a removal, but it will mill me 5 cards. I may run out of cards. Now 4 drops for 5. I'll remove 1, remove 1, remove 1. Or do I just put the Caracal? Well, that is the deck. This one can turn all my other creatures into 5/5s without any ability. I don't have any token maker. Well, I can make some of my flyers. I don't know about this guy. I'm not sure about you. So how many discard or mayhem? I have 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 mayhem cards. Mayhem triggers. Romantic Rendezvous. The Connive is also a trigger. Reckless is a trigger, and the Warden is a trigger. So 41 cards. I think we'll work on this, and let's see if it works. If not, then it doesn't. So wish me luck, and here we go. Alright, we have a solid red start. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. No, this one needs to be turn 5. This is going to be turn 3. Alright, we'll try it. At least we have the green mana. Savage Mansion first, followed by Mountain, and then waiting for the third drop. And we are passing the turn. We do have a turn 3. So they get a basic land on top. Nice. And we want to kill it. Probably not yet. Alright, turn 3. Go get a mountain. So that way we have a turn 6. I'm taking 2. It's a 3/3 now, which is good. Now I can attack. this one. Exile up to one target card from a graveyard, which is 0. And connive. I'll connive the data scrubber because they will try to kill my other creature. And I'll play Spider. Nice. So, turn 6, we'll have the Vigo End of Egrix Crossing. It has Menace, Trample, and Haste. Attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw X cards. Then you may put a permanent card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield, where X is the sacrifice creature's mana value. So, mana value is 4. And we can put another 4-drop in there. But if I do this for 6, we definitely want to kill one first. And they have this guy already. So they are going, I'm going to have to wait. I guess attack with everybody first. I may lose Infernus, but we are going to target somebody. It's 10 points of damage. Nice. Turn 3. And we don't want this one. We'll pass a turn. Sure, that turns into a 1/1. Loses all abilities, so I don't have to sacrifice any creature or any land. That one connives, sure thing. Yep. Alright, so we'll take care of the flyer. They can block 2 of the biggest creatures that I have, which is a 5/5 and a 4/3, and they'll be taking 5 to the face. Or do we play this one first? I think I'll play attack everybody so I can trigger. They'll block, you know, something that's easy to die. Warden dies. Fine. 4. We get to play another spider. So now I have enough damage to go through. The shock is fine. Yep, there you go. Good game. One is going first. We do have a turn 1, turn 2 play, but this is going to be a turn 2 anyway. So Savage Mansion first, followed by Mountain, and then Shock would be in reserve. And now we have 3. Then we can play Swamp. not looking forward to that. But it has to happen. Turn 2, turn 2. Our opponent is a villain's deck. And they lose 2. We'll go ahead and kill that guy. They will get a token. And we are going to exile one of their cards. The Infernus is what we need. We are going to lose Kazoo. Yep, we are losing Kazoo, unfortunately. Okay. Taking 4. I don't want to play this. Yeah, I'll have to do. I'll have to attack first. Alright, so, and then I'll kill the flyer. Keep the board open. I am going to attack. Or the Infernus. That's fine. Or 5 without any villains. I don't have a way to kill that guy. Alright. But I do have this one. I hope he doesn't have anything that can harm it. I don't have any 1 mana. I don't have any 6 mana. I think putting this on doesn't really help. I think this one is a better choice. Because now I have flying and a 2-turn clock against my opponent. I guess that's the 8th card, so it becomes an 8/8. Alright. We do have a blocker. And I can cast this one. I hope he doesn't have anything that can hurt Egrix. Oh, nice. Very nice. Good game. Alright, we are going first. We do have a turn 1. We have all the lands that we need, so Savage Mansion. Turn 3s and turn 4s. Here we go. Let's draw 2, discard 2, which is bad. Cat comes out. Kill the cat. And let's draw a card. Make a land. Not a land. So we are missing out. First land. I don't want to do this. I have to do this part. Just having a 3/3 in play. But I want to hold off to this until I get a if I played this, that's not gonna help. Yeah, I have to. Unfortunately, I have to play it. It may die, but there's really nothing else that I can play. Everything relies on the connive, having to give them discard, so. Kills the spider, not a spider. Alright, there's that. So now I can do Rendezvous and play the Sadistic String. Okay. I can play that one. And I can hold off to any attacks. Next turn I can Data Scrubber and then target this one. Nice. So nice. Okay, so that's gonna die. Sacrifice the spider. So I can play this. And I'll exile you. I will target you. Oh, that sucks. So now I have a 4/6 in the air, attacking, and then next turn I can turn it into a big enough creature, but I don't have to wait. I can't sacrifice the Scrubber. They are gonna try to kill Vigo, which is sad. But I guess that's the best thing to do. I can turn it into a spider, but that's not really what they want. They want to deal with the flyer. Bring down entire creature with flying. Yep, that works. So I can bring it back. That's 10 points of damage. I have to block one. Well, that sucks. Looks like I'm gonna lose this one. Ouch. Taking 10 down to 3. And I'm pretty much dead. I don't have any blocker. Yep. Can't deal 14 points of damage to my opponent, which is sad. Yeah, it's unfortunate. And good game. Well, this looks like a promising hand. We have a turn 2, turn 3. I think we'll definitely run it. Forest out, mountains next, and then dual Caracal comes out after. They shock the Caracal, that's fine. So, I wonder if they're gonna block. Nope. Can't block. Fantastic. I can attack with everybody, and then the spider can kill the spider. Don't care about losing another land. If they don't have any reach creature, I will win. Nice. That's pretty nice. Taking 5. Alright, sweet. I'm going to discard this one. And this one is not gonna block. Yep. They saw it, and I got you. Alright, we have a turn 2 play. Same as a while ago, which is pretty good. We don't have any mountains, which we really need. But hopefully our green and black is good enough. Can't use you. You're a symbiote, you're not a spider. Let's go take care of that one. Let's see if they'll trade with my Oracle. Nice. Discarding this guy. Trade with me. Bueno. Let's go find ourselves a mountain. Nice. Can I not play you? I can do 4 damage to it. Running out of options. Yikes. Nice. Alright. I'll discard a swamp. see what we can do. There's a lot of death touch in here. That would be a 3-3. Another death touch. Nice. This is pretty good. I wish I had some flying. Attacks, pass turn. Fortunately, we don't have any flyers. Lifelink, that touch. Hope for the best that there's something on top that we can use. Oh, that's not something that we can use at all. I can return you! Yay! That's so sweet. Let's go get something. Well, +1/+1 target creature fights. Lose 5. Nice. Let's take care of you. That's sweet. That is so nice. Oh my goodness, that works so good. But this is just a short video. I mean, 4 games, 1 loss, and pretty much it was a right decision to put all my green cards in there. It's pretty good when Egrix just goes through unhindered, just gets just went nuts at the last game. So I think I'll try to make a deck out of this one. Try to put it in standard, see if it works. It is kind of scary. It's Death Touch and Lifelink. It's 5 mana. It's a 4/4. But if I have enough enter the battlefield trigger that can kill their blockers, then it's such a good card. Though we do lose life, but if we can exchange life totals, why not? Or if we can have some gain life with the fight spell, why not? So anyway, that's how it looks like. So thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate you sticking around, watching the show, and come back again. We are entering Avatar: The Last Airbender this weekend. So if you are going to play in the pre-release, please do prepare well. The weather looks nice, so just go ahead and get your dice, get your pads, your pens, your lands. Make sure that you have your lands, and always have fun playing Magic. Some people have some some disagreement with some of the sets that's been out. Universes Beyond, standard sets, the recent banning of Vivi, Screaming Nemesis, and also the Gallant Mouse. So anyway, Magic is what it is. We want to play and we want to win. But if something is really overpowered, then we really don't want to be seeing that. As a casual player, we don't want to see that all the time in the arena and making us frustrated and losing. So thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you for watching the show, and I do hope to see you again next time. And hopefully by then it's going to be Avatar. This may be my last video for the Universes Beyond Through the Omenpath. So until next time, this is Turn 1 Scoop, signing out.